Hi everybody. I was asked by a couple of my friends to do a review of professional wrestling and the state that it's in this current era of pro wrestling, I guess you want to call it that. First of all, number one, last night's AEW pay-per-view or live stream, whatever you want to call it, was absolutely off the charts. It's so much fun now to know that there's a wrestling company out there that can call their athletes wrestlers. That there are commentators who can actually do their craft. In other words, Jim Ross, the Excelsior, I believe was his color commentary last night. It was so good to hear them actually call wrestling moves. They called the matches, unlike that idiot Michael Cole and those two idiots that are calling matches with him in the WWE, who are told by Vince and that idiot Triple H, you can't call wrestling moves. You can't call them wrestlers. You can't even call them athletes. You have to call them sports entertainers. Well, that's pretty dumb, number one. And number two, Michael Cole wouldn't know a headlock from an arm bar. It's so good to hear Jim Ross, and it was so good to hear his color commentators call wrestling holds and a wrestling show. It was so good to see guys like Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Dustin and his brother Cody, not in these ridiculous, stupid, cartoonish characters like Goldust and Stardust, who are the two dumbest characters of all time. It was so good to see wrestlers actually wrestling. As to the state of WWE, they have hired Eric Bischoff to run SmackDown. Yeah, that didn't work the first 4 times, Vince. What makes you think it's going to work now, being the fact that Bischoff is an idiot? You hired Paul Heyman to run Raw, which is going to be fine, because Heyman actually knew how to run a wrestling company back when AEW. The problem is, though, his roster is terrible. So, I don't know what you're going to do with Raw, but good luck to you, Paul Heyman. As for SmackDown, people are stuck on that show because that's what Vince told you to go. Good luck with Bischoff, and kiss your careers goodbye. AEW last night put on one of the greatest 3-hour spectaculars I've seen in a very long time. Every match was entertaining. Every match the fans were into, from the three-way tag match that they had, all the way to the main event. Kenny Omega match was off the charts. It was back and forth. It's exactly what you want in a wrestling match. The crowd was on their feet, loving it. They were chanting AEW. They were going crazy. Jim Ross called the matches perfectly. It's just what he does. And it's good to see commentators calling matches and not telling idiotic stories. And it's good to see somebody besides Vince's 2 top dogs, Roman Reigns and that idiot John Cena, finally getting in the spotlight they so richly deserved. Last year, Kenny Omega was stuck in NXT, and it was Triple H who told him that he'd amount to nothing. Well, I got some news for you, Triple H. Why don't you go watch last night's show, and you tell all of his AEW fans and all of his Kenny Omega fans how he put on a 30-minute spectacular last night, something nobody in your roster can touch, and tell me that he's not going to amount to nothing. Then you decide because you don't like Cody and Dustin, you can make fools of them. Well, I got some news for you. They made fools of you last night against the Young Bucks in an amazing 30-plus minute tag match. The state of professional wrestling is very simple. Vince, you better start worrying about AEW. You better start worrying about their roster. You better start worrying about the fact that they might even decide to put your stupid ass out of business. And let's be honest here, Vince. Your ratings right now are in the toilet. When AEW gets their contract on TNT, which will start very, very soon, monthly pay-per-views, they are going to rip you right off the TV. That is a promise. They don't have stupid storylines. They interview their wrestlers. 5 minutes later, they're on to the next match. You hardly saw the commentators last night, which was great. You hardly saw them in the back. They were in the ring. Jericho cut one of the greatest heel promos I've ever seen last night, which was incredible. I think it'll be him and Kenny Omega for the AEW title coming up very soon. I can't wait for that one. August 31st is the next pay-per-view. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Rumors are going around that CM Punk may join AEW. Sasha Banks may join AEW. And if that happens, Vince, it's been nice knowing you. Because if they're going to get those two stars, Sasha's going to rule the female division along with Ali and the rest of them. And we know what CM Punk can do in a ring, Vince. He beat your boy Cena twice. He's beaten everybody on the block. He's had hour matches with Joe. He's had so many legendary matches. I'd love to see him against Kenny Omega. I'd love to see him against Dustin. I'd love to see him against Cody. I think if you can get those going, AEW is going to give them a hell of a dogfight. I really do. And I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's going to be 1990s all over again, except this time there's no Eric Bischoff to screw it up for the other guys' camp because he's going to be too busy screwing up WWE's camp, which is, well, at the moment, fine by me. Now, having said all this, whichever side you choose, WWE or AEW, I hope you guys are smart to choose AEW. And I hope whoever watched last night enjoyed as much as we did. Me and three of my friends last night who absolutely enjoyed it. Every match enjoyable. Every match we were saying, oh my God, what a pay-per-view. Now, having said all this, I'm going to get off the phone and go enjoy this, well, very, very sunny and hot day. It is extremely hot out here, so please be careful. Carry a lot of water, and I'll talk to everybody soon. Thank you for watching AEW. What a show last night. WWE. Well, your turn tonight, and I'm sure it's going to be 3 hours of thanks for the nap. Have fun, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.